Cool. So make them feel welcome here, guys, for Tommy J. Warren. Everyone having a great night tonight? Yeah. First few comedians, they've all, seems like we're all talking about ass play. And yes, I will say that poke is important. It saved my life. I am a colon cancer survivor. If it wasn't for my wife playing with my ass, I would have no idea that it was trying to kill me. So I went to the doctor. And now every year I go back for more tests and whatnot. And this year's exam was a bit awkward. You guys have all had it where you're just standing there, dust or something hits your ear and you wink. Well, my doctor was checking for a hernia. He grabbed a hold of my junk and he goes, now cough. And this was right after he washed his hands in cold water. So the best I could get out was a So he looks up at me and it was at that moment we locked eyes. And I winked. So I'm like, shit, I'm not going to recover from this. I need to make it awkward. So I put my hand on his head. And then I rub my fingers through his hair. So he's taking me out for dinner next week. I'm looking forward to that. Yep. So, you mentioned you love boobs. Oh, so do I. Tell me who wouldn't agree with this, man? If everyone had a set of boobs in the car, there'd be no road rage. Right? You're sitting in traffic, someone cuts you off. You motherfucker! Oh. Right? Right? I think that would be awesome. I mean, I love boobs. So the one day my son came up to me, and I have a couple cars, a couple old ones, so he asked me what my favorite ride was. I said, your mom. Threw him off. So me and my kids, we were walking around the other day, and just before the winter time, so I guess it really wasn't the other day, a few weeks ago. And walking around, it's towards dusk, right? So you hear the birds chirping, the crickets going and all this and that. My one daughter looks at me, Daddy, it sounds so beautiful. I was like, yeah, until you realize it's the sound of them all trying to get laid. Now my youngest son has no idea how to take this information, so he goes to school. Tells his teacher, my daddy took us for a walk last night, and we heard all the sounds of how to get laid. That was an interesting phone call I got from the school. So, I know if I would have done that when I was a kid, Jesus, I would have been hit so hard I would have been factory reset. Holy shit. Some of us older folks, you remember that when you were young? The discipline difference between now and when you were younger? Oh, yeah. Jesus, my mom factory reset me from the other room. So, yeah. Oh, I was, the other day, my wife got her G1, right? I'm very proud of her for that. And, we were looking around at cars and whatnot. She found something she liked, so we bought it. And I figured, well, I'd be a nice guy. She's working a lot. I'm working from home, and I stand on stage, so I've got a lot of free time. So I took her truck down to the car wash to clean it out. Only in my world and my luck would I explode a friggin' windshield washing it for her. Yeah, I was sweeping along, cleaning the hood, and I hit the windshield, and it went. So her new driver's license has cost me a fortune, but I'm very proud of her. The kids are looking for, I have 7 kids, for those that don't know. And yes, my polo game sucks. So, I mean, I can't help it. I love playing with the box they come in. So I just really hope my kids don't grow up like me. How many times did you tell your son, Jacob's mom, I can't wait till you have a kid like you? You ever say, anybody ever hear that from their parents?
Never.
Oh, my mom used to say that to me all the time. I can't wait till you have a kid just like you. Man, she was right. Me and my one daughter got into an argument. She said, if you got a problem with my operating system, contact the manufacturer. So I couldn't tell her she won that argument. And then I got thinking back to what I used to do when I was a kid. When I was in high school, I did not get along well with my principal. And some of the things I'm not proud of, but some of the things I did were downright hilarious. So during the Thanksgiving holiday, he was talking about taking this big trip. I was in auto shop. He parked his car right beside the garage, left it unlocked. Me being the wonderful, innocent child I was, I removed his spark plugs. For those of you that don't know, you need the spark plugs in order to make the car start and run. I took them with me all weekend. I had them in my pocket when we come back to school on Tuesday. You know, you hear the announcement.
For those who took my spark plug, please return them and there'll be no questions.
So I mailed them back to him, piece by piece. He knew it was me, but couldn't prove it. So I had long hair at the time. When he called my mom into the principal's office. My stepdad, he's like 5'2".
I can send you his if you
Long hair longer than mine. He had it tucked up in his hat. He starts a conversation with, don't you think long hair looks sick on a man? So my stepdad removed his hat, and my 5'1" mother reaches over the desk, grabs the principal by the collar, and starts screaming at him. And that's when I knew that I had free access to fuck with this guy. Hence why I removed the spark plugs from his car. So I have a lot more other stories like that involving my principal and the fact that I drove him into early retirement. So maybe next time you guys see me out, I'll be telling more of those stories. That's my shut the fuck up alarm. So some of you will be happy about that. So let's bring your host back. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Tommy Hayward. Tommy K. Warren, everybody. All right.